Breaking tonight, a major development related to this month's massacre of 14 people in San Bernardino, California.
And a close call for a woman who did not realize she was actually in a burning house. But guess who came knocking?
Live and local with coverage you can count on. This is WNEM-TV5 News at 11.
I think it's common sense.
She's talking about a petition calling on lawmakers to penalize people who leave their dogs chained outside for hours on end. Thanks for tuning in to TV5 News at 11. Colette is off tonight.
And there is an online petition aimed at limiting how long dogs can be left chained up outside during bad weather. But does it really stand a chance? TV5's Nick Lully is joining us now in Saginaw with more. Nick.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly out here tonight, and supporters of this petition say, well, if it's too cold for us to sleep outside, then it is for our pets as well.
I love animals. I've loved animals ever since I was little.
Hannah Somoski is a self-professed animal lover. She heard about a new petition being circulated online asking state leaders to consider legislation that would prevent animals from being tethered or left outside continuously. Somoski says she knows some people who do that, and it's okay.
I have family friends who have outdoor dogs, outdoor cats, and they have like safe places to be, like they have homes and they have like fresh food and water. I'm okay with that.
She does have problems, however, with absentee pet owners.
What really bothers me is when people just neglect their animals and leave them outside unnecessarily when they aren't meant to be outdoor or indoor animals.
The petition is in the forefront this time of year when mid-Michigan's weather takes a turn to the snowier and frigid side. It calls for pets to be limited to no more than 30 minutes to an hour of being left outside. Other pet owners we spoke to agree with it.
When people leave and go to work or even just to the grocery store, things can change really quickly, and I think that they need to really take into account the responsibility of having a pet.
As for Somoski, she's looking forward to see how the possible legislation is crafted so it fits the needs of all pets.
There are animals that just can't be indoor animals.
We also reached out to the Bay County Humane Society for comment on this story, but their leader is out of town. We're live. Nick Lully, WNEM-TV5.
Nick, thank you. As you might expect, a lot of people weighing in about this on our Facebook page tonight.
Yeah, Sandy says not every dog is a family pet and wants people to stop trying to pigeonhole every situation.
Shannon says if you leave an animal chained up outside, you shouldn't have one.
And Dawn looks at the picture a little differently. She says leaving people out in the cold and putting ordinances in place to make it illegal to give them food is okay.
You can join the conversation on our Facebook page right now.
Well, we saw some light flurries earlier today, giving us a small layer of snow as we look over Flint and Bay City tonight, and we might be seeing some more overnight. Here's Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman with your forecast, always in the first 10 minutes. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, David, and hello, everybody at home. A couple of lingering flurries out there tonight. Basically, all that we're dealing with at this point, in addition, maybe a little bit of lingering drizzle, but certainly nothing along the order of that snow burst we saw, which you can actually still see at the very early stages of our Sky Tracker animation. As you can see, it's well out of the picture as we speak, and it's just leaving a little bit of a semblance of a lake effect pattern beginning to get underway tonight, but of course all these lingering clouds hanging over the region as well. So that's going to be a pretty prominent fixture not only tonight, but through the vast majority of our New Year's Eve, though I don't expect it's going to spoil the festivities for tomorrow night by any means. 34 is the current temp in Flint under an overcast sky, mostly cloudy in Midland as well at 33. The wind's enough to make the wind chill feel a little bit more like the middle and upper 20s tonight. Still not entirely unreasonable. 32 in Saginaw and a pleasant enough 33 in Bay City. Don't be too misled by the graphic here. It's not going to be a steady snow all night, but the chance there for a couple of light flurries. Temps tonight bottoming out in the upper 20s, then getting back low 30s for tomorrow. Full forecast for New Year's Eve coming up.
Catastrophic flooding in the Midwest has killed at least 21 people, and the water is still rising. In Missouri and Illinois, the Mississippi and other rivers are prompting mandatory evacuations. People staying behind are fighting a losing battle.
These are my neighbors. We've done everything we can, and we still can't beat it.
Nearly 20 levees along the Mississippi River and its tributaries could fail. The Mississippi is expected to reach almost 15 feet above flood stage tomorrow.
And breaking tonight, a friend of one of the San Bernardino shooters has been indicted.
24-year-old Enrique Marquez was the friend of Syed Farouk, who, along with his wife, killed 14 people early this month in San Bernardino. Marquez is accused of conspiring with Farouk on unrealized attacks in 2011 and 2012.
He is also charged with saying that 2 of the assault rifles he later gave to Farouk were only for himself or his immediate family. Marquez remains jailed tonight.
A shooting victim is in critical condition tonight. Police say the victim was riding in an early 2000 black Chevy Impala, got out and was shot by the driver, who then drove off. There are no details on the victim available at this time. Flint police are still looking for the suspect and the Impala.
Flint's mayor is getting the ball rolling on efforts to get an emergency declaration for her city's troubled water system. Karen Weaver went over her action plan today with Jamie Curtis, the chairman of the Genesee County Board of Commissioners. County needs to sign off before the declaration can move forward. Weaver wants short-term help like water filters and continued testing, but also long-range assistance rebuilding the entire water system. That plan will be presented to the county board on Monday.
Across Michigan, a high-speed chase through several communities all over stolen meat. According to the Jackson Citizen Patriot, police in Jackson were responding to a report of retail fraud. When they spotted the suspect's BMW, they had to use stop sticks to deflate the car's tires. They recovered a large quantity of stolen meat in the trunk. The jailed suspect, a 70-year-old woman.
A FedEx driver absolutely, positively had to be there for an Ingham County woman. He noticed smoke coming out of her house early this morning and then immediately went to the door.
I asked her if she was the only one in the house, and she responded yes. And I said, I need to call 911. Your house is on fire. You need to come outdoors right now.
He called the firefighters, and by the time they arrived, the neighbors were using garden hoses to fight those flames. No word on the damage, but the home is repairable.
Well, how many of you took a $2 risk tonight? The Powerball lottery is now up to $300 million. And even though the odds of winning are nearly 300 million to 1, we went out and asked local folks what they would do if they beat the odds.
Changed life, life of luxury.
I'd probably donate a lot to Cancer Society.
Well, I'm retired, so I would just take care of the bills I owe and take care of my friends, my relatives.
And you can watch the drawing right here on TV5 before Sports Extra.
All right, by this time tomorrow night, by the time we ring in the new year, definitely, Michigan State fans will know if they need to pack their bags for the national championship.
But right now, many of the fans are excited for Michigan State's first appearance in the playoffs. Andrew Keller is taking in the bowl game atmosphere in Texas.
There's a ton of excitement going into tomorrow's game. I tell you what, green and white is well represented here in Dallas and the metro area. And right here we got some fans. We got a guy on the band. I tell you what, you've had quite the experience being in the Spartan Marching Band, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a crazy season. So many really good games.
If you weren't in the band, this might become a very expensive venture trying to follow this team.
Oh yeah, they were sending out the emails like, oh, buy your student tickets, do this bus trip, and it's like, well, I'm already all set.
We were at the championship game too. It was pretty awesome.
So a couple fans were saying earlier that Michigan State could soon be a rival of Alabama. What do you think?
We take pride in being everybody's rival.
It is Michigan State, Alabama, Caliber.
Well, let me just say that I'm looking forward to a good game, and Saban will have everybody ready.
It's been so much fun. Yeah, totally worth it. Yeah, it's been great.
You haven't had to mortgage the house yet?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Ask my wife. I don't think so. I think we're good.
So tomorrow, there's already been a ton of anticipation for this game. Is it going to be worth the money that people are saying it's going to be worth?
I think it's always worth coming down to all the excitement, and I'm really hoping we'll have a great game.
All right, George and Linda Rutherford, thank you very much. And of course, it all happens tomorrow. There's a lot of fans really itching for that ball to be kicked off and for really to get to experience Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World, as many people will call it. In Dallas, I'm Andrew Keller, WNEM-TV5.
All right, Drew, be sure to tune in to our Cotton Bowl preview tomorrow night at 7. Our Sports Extra team will present a comprehensive report on the game, including highlights leading up to the game, analysis, and news of the big game. You can catch it right here on TV5 and on My5.
God love Andrew. He's so excited to be down there, and it can't help but come out every time you see him on the air.
He would have paid so much money if he didn't get this assignment.
Yes, he would have. He'd have walked. Well, you can go to Google to find anything, but now you can go to Google to actually hide things.
Yeah, find out how the popular search engine is keeping someone off your desktop.
And if you break the law, don't show everybody you're doing it on Facebook. That's what this guy did, and he is now, for that, tonight's talker.
Are you looking for a place to celebrate the new year in style? Well, there's plenty of room inside a local baseball stadium.
He let his little boy pick out a little girl's toy. Me, I teach how to use a firearm.
This viral video debate exclusive. And Dr. Lisa is back on The Doctors. Tomorrow at 3 on TV5.
Dr. Phil.
She was a tough Marine. She's not tough anymore.
Now she's a heroin addict.
You took her to a drug deal. She's getting poison and you're driving her to pick it up.
Tomorrow, 4 p.m. on WNEM-TV5.
You can take a swing at my ego. You can make a run for my crown. Even with an army of people, you ain't gonna take us down.
It's not New Year's.
No, it's better.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. It's your last chance to get 0% APR financing on many of our most popular models. Our biggest event of the year ends January 4th. Don't miss all the fun. And don't miss 0 for 60 financing on Corolla or a $159 a month lease. And now, be the first to lease the restyled 2016 RAV4 for $219 a month.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Well, it was a good night to be a fan at the Dow Event Center. People were treated to a special deal tonight. Beer, pop, and pizza for just $2 a piece. The Saginaw Spirit took on the Hamilton Bulldogs. Scott Johnson will have highlights from the game coming up in Sports Extra.
The biggest New Year's Eve ball drop is in Midland tomorrow, the biggest one in the state, believe it or not. And you can watch it without shivering in the cold. The annual Midnight on Main, that's the big celebration in Midland, is going to be taking place indoors this year in the concourse of the Dow Diamond, a venue change that is already proving to be popular.
This year will probably be one of the biggest events ever because we've taken weather out of the equation. You know, a lot of people used to wait until the last minute to buy their tickets, and now we're seeing a lot more pre-sale stuff.
The concourse will have designated party areas, general admission tickets, $25 to get them. You can go to the Hot Link section of our homepage.
Well, it was an interesting day for many hikers in Florida.
Yeah, find out what had those hikers watching their step or risk getting bitten. But first, here's Brian.
Sam, thank you. Many great events. Of course, celebrations for New Year's tomorrow night. The Farmers Market in Flint hosting a New Year's party. Going to be a cold night, though. 28 degrees around midnight with some pretty blustery winds, too. All the details coming up in your full forecast.
Hi, this is Warrant Officer Dustin Bailey in Camp Butler, Okinawa, Japan. We're just wanting to reach out to our family and friends back in Owasso, Michigan. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, we love you.
There's only one day left before it's over. Get the absolute best manufacturer closeout incentives and discounts of the year. They're happening now at every Graf dealership during the 6-day year-end event. Discounts 20 to 25% off select new vehicles. Take almost $10,000 off 2015 Silverados. Every Graf dealership will give you $3,000 minimum for your drivable trade. Drive a brand new 2016 Silverado, $199 a month, or a new Cruise, just $113 a month. Only one day left to get year-end deals going on now through December 31st at every Graf dealership.
Art Van Furniture is kicking off the new year with a bang. This New Year's Day, take up to 65% off, plus take an extra bang of 20% off the sale price, or get no interest for 50 months and a free Samsung tablet. New Year's discounts on all furniture and all top name brand mattresses, plus kick off the new year with an extra 20% off your sale price. The Art Van Furniture New Year's Day sale. Friday extended hours 10 to 10. Preview Thursday 10 to 7.
Get all your news and First Warn 5 weather updates. Text TV5 to 23765. Coverage you can count on. WNEM-TV5 News, now broadcasting in high definition.
Did you know Masonic Pathways offers so much more than simply assisted living? If you're looking for a safe, secure community and a busy lifestyle, visit Masonic Pathways. Residents always have something to do. Enjoy the spa or beauty salon, read, sew, exercise, play games, watch a movie with friends and popcorn. And most days, attend a special event, social gathering, or musical performance. Before you settle for less than the best, visit Masonic Pathways, where fun can be found behind every door.
A case of mistaken identity turns into tragedy for a Florida mother.
That's our top story as we go coast to coast in 60 seconds now. Investigators say the woman fired at a suspected intruder, but it turned out to be her daughter, who died later at the hospital.
One man is dead and 2 Secret Service agents are in the hospital after a head-on crash in Maine. Investigators say the other driver was at fault.
Houston, a suspect in custody, a Christmas Day mosque fire. He had been a member of that mosque for 5 years. This is not being investigated as a hate crime.
A proud moment for 3 Massachusetts officers. They were awarded letters of commendation for jumping into a burning building to save an elderly woman.
An oops moment for a truck driver in Alabama. He couldn't squeeze his big rig through the tunnel. Police were able to remove the 18-wheeler by deflating the tires.
A scary discovery on a hiking trail in Florida. An 8-foot-long boa constrictor is believed to have been someone's pet.
A sigh of relief for a man and his dog rescued from the roof surrounded by those Missouri floodwaters. The man says they were up there all night.
And there's your news coast to coast in 60 seconds.
Certified most accurate by Weather Rate. Now your First Warn 5 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Good Wednesday evening to you. Hard to believe, just 24 hours or just about left in 2015. Our weather really, for the first time all season, I say all season, it's only really been a week's worth of winter so far, but it's well, finally starting to feel the part for what it should be this time of the year. Since fall, it basically just, kind of ignored the calendar. First Warn 5 Pinpoint Doppler radar tonight, live from MBS in 3D, is free of any heavy organized precipitation. However, we've been getting plenty of reports of flurries out there, even a little bit of lingering drizzle and mist. So that's keeping the roads in some locations a little bit slick. So if you do still have to do any traveling tonight, just bear that in mind as we've been doing all week long. Just give yourself plenty of time to reach your destination, but otherwise you should be in pretty good shape, though the weather pattern at large likely not going to change for at least another 2 days, as we'll show you coming up. Quick jump outside. We'll start you off, as we always do, over downtown Saginaw. Current temperature, that has not moved in downtown really since about 4 or 5 o'clock. 32 degrees. The wind chill, though, has been back and forth between the middle and upper 20s. I know, splitting hairs, but nonetheless, that's the facts. Southwest wind at about 8 miles per hour. Heading to Bay City, traffic moving along A-OK on the span of the Vets Memorial Bridge. Still a good amount of snowpack and mixed in sleet there, of course, still on the grounds in the park. 34 degrees in the Flint area tonight as well. You can see I-75 looking to be dry enough. Just, again, don't let your guard down. Some of that mist could come up quickly and, of course, make those roads very slick in very short amount of time. 32 degrees, the current temperature as we check in with Carl Swanbeck out of Bay City tonight. Other than that, pretty tame weather conditions in his area. Wayne McDonald in Marlette. Sorry, Wayne. 32 degrees in the Marlette area tonight as well. And Mike Borsnick says he's got his MSU flag flying high tonight at a current temperature also at about 32 degrees. And that flag's going to be whipping around a little bit more with those winds picking up as we go through the next 24 hours. Overall, the temperatures haven't backed off too much from their high temps in the middle and low 30s today. In fact, 32 is still a very popular number. Alma, Mount Pleasant, Owasso, and Port Hope, Bad Axe, and Caro all at the freezing mark right now. And we're within a few degrees of it on either side. The coolest we have, 28 degrees in Houghton Lake, with Skoda only a degree warmer at 29. Winds, overall, at least in terms of direction, have not changed. Still mainly out of the west with a slight southwesterly component, but they've backed off to about a 5 to 10 mile per hour range for the overnight. That's more or less where they'll stay for now. So the wind chills will also remain fairly tolerable. Low to mid-20s across most of mid-Michigan. Low that brought that snow burst now well to our east and continuing on its way into portions of Quebec tonight, leaving just kind of a disorganized, hard to really even call it a pattern of weather behind it. Not a whole lot of rhyme or reason. As you can see, a lot of cloud coverage, not only here in the Great Lakes, but extending all the way down into the Ohio River Valley and even well out into the plains. There's a weak and very disorganized zone of high pressure kind of setting up shop over the Dakotas and extending into parts of Missouri, but it's really not going to do a whole lot to chew away at the clouds, nor is it going to keep us safe from the possibility of some snow showers, which we'll see here. First Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast, a couple of flurries out and about in the region starting tomorrow morning, and they'll really be with us throughout the day. As you can see, the heaviest and most widespread activity will stay to the west, but it's not out of the question for some of those snow showers to stray into our neck of the woods. Really not going to cause too much in the way of headaches, and certainly really nothing in the way of accumulations. Other New Year's celebrations, of course, tomorrow night, midnight on Main, moving into Dow Diamond this year, but still going to be a chilly night no matter how you slice it. 25 Those winds west-southwest at midnight, 10 to 20 miles per hour. So we're down to 28 degrees overnight tonight, and that'll be easy enough to deal with. And in your 7-day forecast, after a couple more lingering flurries for the start of 2016 on Friday, it's pretty smooth sailing all the way into the middle of next week.
Dare we say winter is finally here?
You know, it's looking safer to say that every day.
Yeah.
We'll see what,
it's about time, man.
See what kind of curveballs come our way. Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah. An Ohio man is pushing the limits of how many illegal things you can do at once in your car. His Facebook video has led to the arrest of Dustin Ritkers, who posted the video drinking behind the wheel.
Police tracked him down after a tipster alerted them to the post on Facebook, and things are only getting worse for him, as police say he sealed his own fate by creating the evidence himself.
Good God, what a dope.
No kidding.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever been on an extra bumpy plane ride that you might want to keep that seatbelt fastened?
Yeah, wait till you hear what happened on an Air Canada flight. That story is just ahead.
Across the country, it's time for America's favorite jackpot game. Get ready, everybody. This is Powerball. Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Johnson. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is worth an estimated $301.8 million. So get those tickets out. Get ready. Let's play. That first number up is 12, followed by the number 61. We're heading to Bend, Oregon. We're going to meet Stephen Wilson, who's one of many $10,000 Powerball winners. Let's take a look at the rest of those numbers now. We have 54, 38, rounding it out with the number 36. Your Powerball number tonight is 22, and your Power Play multiplier is 3. Let's take a look at those numbers one last time. And from all of us here at the Florida Powerball Studios, Happy New Year. We'll see you back here Saturday night.
WNEM First Warn 5. Winter weather coverage you can count on.
Handed down. To some, that might mean recipes or the family cottage. But to a farmer, it means something more. It means honor, integrity, a love for the land. And when it comes to milk, it means only the freshest will do. From our farms to your table, Michigan milk. Because a cold glass of nature's best is pure Michigan.
And pure Michigan milk is Kroger milk.
There's still time to save thousands at Elma Chevrolet Buick GMC and Ithaca Chevrolet. Find new roads with the Chevy Bonus Tag event on select vehicles in stock. And ask about 0% finance plans for up to 60 months. But hurry in. The clock is ticking toward the end of the year. Only at Elma Chevrolet Buick GMC and Ithaca Chevrolet.
Remember, we will not lose a deal because of price. Alma Chevrolet Buick GMC and Ithaca Chevrolet, home of the $9.95 oil change.
It's hard to find time to keep up on my shows. That's why I switched from Uverse to Xfinity. Now I can download my on-demand shows and take them anywhere.
Ready or not, here I come!
Now hide and seek time can also be catch up on my shows time.
Here I come! Can't find you anywhere!
Don't settle for Uverse. X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
Seven-day forecast is brought to you by your Mid-Michigan Toyota dealers.
A scary ride for passengers on an Air Canada flight. Nearly 24 people had to be rushed to the hospital after an emergency landing. The flight from Shanghai to Toronto was forced to land after a wave of turbulence tossed people into the ceiling of the plane. But none of those injuries are considered life-threatening.
Now, with coverage you can count on, you're watching Sports Extra.
And I'd like to say that I thought Iowa played awfully well. And one of the rare times in my career, I thought we got, for a better choice of word, punked.
That was Tom Izzo after last night's loss at Iowa. It was the Big Ten opener for Sparty. Tonight it was Michigan's turn to tip off conference play as they took on Illinois. And the Wolverines may have discovered a new star in sophomore Mark Donald, who was just unstoppable. Check it out here. Zach Irvin with a nice assist to Donald for the layup. Gives Michigan the lead in the second half. Now, Donald shows some range with the big three ball here from the side pocket. 43-39 Wolverines. And this is how you know it's your night. Check it out here as he gets the rebound and then the flip. He finished with a team-high 26 points, 9 boards, 2 steals, 3 blocks, and a partridge in a pear tree. Karis LeVert had 22. Michigan wins at 78-68. Well, it's been a tough season so far for the Mott basketball standards, but they got her done tonight against Marygrove. The Bears hanging 110 points on the board. Cedric Moten from Flint Beecher had a career-high 34. Lorenzo Collins chipped in with 25, while Arthur Hill's Jalen Adams added 22. Mott is now 8-5 on the season. Saginaw Spirit on hand as Saginaw hosting Hamilton tonight, and after giving up an early goal, the Spirit got on a roll against the Bulldogs. Don't blink. Here's the goal. The first one, I should say. Ty Fellhaber gets his 8th of the season to tie it at 1. 5 minutes later, check out the great pass by Chris Bennett as he finds Connor Brown wide open, and the captain can't miss from there. It was 2-1 Saginaw. Shortly after that is Cole Koski getting the deflection out in front, and the Spirit win this one by the final score of 8-5. When it comes to the Cotton Bowl and the point spread, MSU has been getting a little bit of love lately, but not much. The line opened at 8.5. It quickly jumped to 10, but as some books have it, the line has kind of crept back to 9.5 over the last couple of days. Our Jason Fielder's in Dallas with a special friend.
Cotton Bowl Eve is coming to a close here in Dallas, Texas, and just like you out there, I cannot wait for this matchup to get underway because to me, these two teams are mirror images of each other. Here is Mark D'Antonio talking about what makes Alabama so special.
You see structure, you see toughness, you see effort, you see knowledge of what they're supposed to do, which are 3 things that I've basically learned from a very early time in coaching with Nick, that it has to happen if you're going to be successful. And you see that, and you see them playing at a very high level. It'll be a great challenge for us. Great opportunity to be here today, but it'll be a great challenge. We'll need to be at our best, play at our best, because our best is going to be needed here.
I'm joined by Sports Director Michael Brannon from our partner station in Mobile, Alabama. And Michael, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
Well, I think Michigan State, honestly, is the underdog in this game. I think Alabama has the momentum coming into this game. And if you ask head coach Nick Saban of the Alabama Crimson Tide, he says Michigan State is a very tough team to beat.
They don't turn the ball over. They have great balance on offense. The players do a great job of executing, and they're very well coached. You go to the other side, their system on defense is very sound and solid, and the players have a great understanding of it and do a great job of executing it. They beat you basically on fundamental execution and not making a lot of mistakes. And that always makes the team hard to beat.
So, Jason, you just heard right there Nick Saban talk about fundamental execution in terms of what Michigan State does. And, of course, Mark D'Antonio, having been under head coach Nick Saban at Michigan State, he said earlier in today's press conference that he has modeled some of what Michigan State does after what Nick Saban has taught him. So, like you said, it is a mirrored program, and we'll see how it turns out tomorrow night.
Michael, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night in our pregame coverage from Dallas, Texas for the Cotton Bowl Classic. I'm Jason Fielder for Sports Extra.
And be sure to tune in to My5 or TV5 tomorrow night for our special on the matchup between MSU and Alabama. We'll preview the Cotton Bowl with the reports from both Jason Fielder and Andrew Keller. It all starts at 7 o'clock. Once again, tomorrow night on My5 and right here on your favorite TV station of all time, TV5.
Is Bama still about a 10-point favorite?
Yeah,
doesn't that seem like a big number to you? That seems like a lot.
It's a big number. It's a big number, but, you know, it's going to be close, I think.
Well, I hope so.
You know?
Yeah, good game.
All right, Scott, thank you. A major company has created a new add-on allowing users to browse the web without seeing one man's name.
Yeah, find out whose internet presence is just so strong. There's an app that can block out entire websites.
WNEM's First Warn 5 Pinpoint Doppler Radar is brought to you by TLC Insurance Agency, your local auto owner's agent.
I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Buick and Vassar. Have you seen the redesigned 2016 Chevrolet Silverado? The 2016 Silverado is more than ever the baddest looking pickup on the road. And now, at the Cook GM Superstore, you can lease the 2016 Silverado 4x4 double cab starting at $218 a month. And of course, that's with no money down. When could you ever lease a brand new Silverado as soon as they were available for only $218 a month? Never before. The Cook GM Superstore, M15 Top of the Hill in Vassar.
The biggest sale of the season is on at Fenton Home Furnishings. With hundreds of fabric styles, it's easy to customize your home with a beautiful Flex Steel sofa, chair, or recliner. Right now, all Flex Steel sofas are 35% off. American-made, handcrafted dining and bedroom sets by Daniels Amish. Truly the finest craftsmanship with exceptional finishes and on sale now. For the hottest designs, styles, and exceptional savings on quality furniture, shop Fenton Home Furnishings.
The toughest winter conditions demand the toughest winter equipment. That's why every Aaron Snow Throw is designed for unmatched performance and durability. Built with American craftsmanship, the Aaron Snow Throw's durable all-steel construction, commercial-duty cast-iron gear case, powerful serrated augers, and large-capacity impeller can handle whatever winter throws at it. When the toughest winter conditions hit your neighborhood, hit back with the #1 snow throw in the world. Aaron's, the king of snow.
Get your best deal during the pre-inventory sale at Wolf Files in Saginaw. Sale ends December 31st.
Here's to you, little guy.
Here's to you. Happy New Year.
Here's to you. Here's to you.
And here's to you.
Happy New Year from Kroger.
Select 2 liters of Coke, Pepsi, or Verner's are 77 cents when you buy 5. And DiGiorno pizza is $3.99.
Craig McMorris and Sarah Simnich, TV5 Wake Up. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
Well, Google has announced they have created a way to block out one presidential candidate.
And it doesn't take a lot of effort to guess which one we're talking about. If you're tired of seeing Donald Trump pop up while browsing, Google has an answer. Google Chrome launched a Trump filter as a quote for an antidote for Trump's toxic candidacy. Designed to let other people focus on other candidates, the app has a mild, aggressive, and vindictive setting which can block out websites like CNN and Google News.
Gotta love Google's sense of humor.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear what he has to say about that.
Getting an earful tomorrow, that's for sure. Final look at the 7-day forecast, and this will be the last time we see 2015 on our 7-day forecast. I know, big deal. Snow showers for tomorrow, lasting through New Year's Day, but then smooth sailing Saturday through Wednesday.
All right, Brian, thank you.
Yep.
And Stephen Colbert is next with Michelle Dockery.
Thanks for watching the news at 11. Have a great night.
I don't know.